I just say, last week, we've had a really great embrace from our lovely community.
I know.
I really love you guys.
Really nice comments.
Literally, they're just so lovely.
Honestly, you guys are actually the best. Like, we love you guys.
Honestly, and we just want to make great content for you, and that's why we're here.
We're here paying so much money.
Oh, Lord. For the studio. Anyway, let's go. So it says a happy story. It says, dearest Callie and Harther.
Oh, Lady Whistledown.
I know, dearest
gentle readers.
Oh my God. I've been enjoying your podcast for quite a few months now and love tuning in. When I'm winding down in the evening or the weekend, you feel like a couple of close friends at this point, and I felt compelled to share our story to put a smile on your pretty faces.
Oh, I love that.
Mashallah, we love you. Thank you so much,
Thank
sis.
you.
So the story begins. Get your teas, ladies. Get your drinks. You've got your drink, Colton. Let's go. In 2020, I went through the toughest time of my life, having divorced my husband of 7 years in lockdown of COVID-19. After spending so long in a relationship where I had felt so incredibly alone and disheartened by the years of gaslighting and toxicity, I took a leap of faith and decided that I no longer wanted to be in an unhappy, unappreciated marriage.
Congratulations. Congratulations, girl.
Literally. As a divorcee, I endured quite a few taboo attitudes that I was not prepared for, but it only made me stronger and more resilient person over time. I moved out independently, made amazing new friends, took up new hobbies, a new job, and fell in love with life and myself once more. I never once regretted my decision to leave my ex-husband, and I became much more able to have healthy boundaries around my energy and time, something I've never been able to achieve before. A year and a half after all this personal growth and using hiking as my outlet to climb both physical and personal mountains, I decided to branch out on my own and do a charity climb in Wales and fundraise for a well-known charity in the process.
Oh, I love that.
I know. Unfortunately, 3 weeks before the climb, I contracted COVID-19. And as the climb came closer, I realized I would not be at full health and decided to pull out a week before. I wrote the email to the organisers and let it be. However, after they confirmed that I would have to wait another 6 months to complete the climb, I decided to just go ahead and fulfill my trust to those who had sponsored me to complete my challenge. Finally, the day of the climb arrived, and as I awoke, I realised that a terrible storm had hit the UK during the early hours. There's a lot of calamity. What is about to happen?
I feel like something is like
something's brewing.
Yeah,
like, you know, when things happen.
It's like foreboding.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a movie. I love it. Anyway, I realised that the terrible storm had hit the UK during the early hours of the morning, and many people had pulled out at last minute due to safety concerns, but not me. I turned up at 5 a.m. for the minibus in my area, and this is where I met a handsome stranger who had come from a nearby city, crossing the road towards me. Oh! Okay, calm down, Harlow. Calm down. I'm getting ahead of myself. He was initially quite shy. I am a hijabi, but as there were only 4 of us left on the bus, we all got to know each other quite well over the course of the journey. Whilst we were on the climb, he made an effort to get to know me a little bit more, and I felt comfortable in his presence. But I took it all to be a friendly interaction in a group of people that I hadn't previously met before. By the end of the day, our minibus had headed home early, and so we left the bigger group behind after saying our goodbyes. On the bus, 2 of the other sisters fell asleep, and he pretty much spent the entire journey distracting me from my travel sickness. He bought me fizzy water and even moved places with me to reduce the sickness. At one I know. At one point, after having got me a machine coffee from a service station, he even said that he wanted to treat me out to a proper coffee one day. But I still took this in a natural, friendly manner. So I had said, of course, and we carried our journey as normal. As we left the minibus and made our way home, we all said our goodbyes and that we would all meet up again at a later date. We had all been a part of a WhatsApp group from the same region and exchanged messages, and it was only then I realised that he sent me a private message when I got home. He said he had really enjoyed getting to know me that day, and finally I had the most beautiful smile he'd ever seen. Oh my God. Increasingly, he had only been called on a hike at the last minute due to the lack of numbers and wasn't signed up at all. Undoubtedly, Allah had surely written for us to meet on mountain where our journey first started, and we continue to climb them till this day. Alhamdulillah, we've been married for nearly a year and a half now, and we have been pretty much inseparable from the day that we met. On each of our dates, he never once allowed me to open the car door, would always buy me flowers, and even surprised me by placing flowers on my car one rainy morning and taking me to work after having travelled a whole hour to get to me.
Look at that.
We love him. But despite everything, the most amazing thing about our relationship is that even though I'm older than him, we were both divorcees when we met.
Can I just stop you there?
The other one was...
Is this a sign? Do we need to start
dating young men?
Younger men?
Not us, but you guys.
Yeah.
This could be a sign.
Carry on.
Okay, I can truly say, hand on heart, that he has never stopped caring or supporting me in every way since the day that we first met. After my divorce, I had all but stopped believing that people like him ever existed, and that what I had always wanted in a partnership was a dream or a fantasy. But Allah is truly generous, and my husband is the most merciful, kind-hearted, generous person in my life and cares for me in ways that I never thought possible. He embraced my every fear, insecurity, and never ever made me feel like I was worth less than anyone or anything else. I wanted to write this to give hope to any sisters out there going through a tough time as divorcees. Never to underestimate what Allah can provide for you. He will always look after you and sustain you despite what our minds or society convince us to believe. Finally, I hope this story fills you with hope, joy, and all the feels, which it has. Please continue to pray for us, and we will for you and all your listeners, sending you love. And she's inserted a picture in there, so cute together.
Oh, I love them.
I know.
They look so happy.
And they're so beautiful.
Allahumma barik.
Allahumma barik. May Allah bless your marriage and please and make you partners in this earth and in Jannah.
In the next life as well.
Can I just say, is this a sign that younger men are the way forward?
Like, this is what I'm saying.
Literally,
That's
guys.
two scenarios where women have married slightly younger men.
Now, can I just say, what is the taboo? Okay, I'm 29.
I'm 32.
What would you date?
So I've just been conditioned to believe that I need to date older.
Me too.
But now I'm looking. No, I'm
well, we're not looking. We're married, but you know.
But now I'm getting ideas that perhaps younger is better.
Yeah.
Because you know what they say? They say the older that men are, the more set in their ways they are. So if they've got these toxic ideals, they're going to be
stuck.
set. Yeah, they're set in those ideals. Like, that's how they are, and they can't change.
Literally.
But if they're young, they're more kind of malleable, flexible.
These Gen Z types are very emotionally aware.
Just really nice individuals.
You know what I've been taught? I remember every conversation I ever had with someone, even my mum was like, you have to always date a man that's like 5 or 6 years older than you. Like, that is so weird, don't you think?
Yeah,
I think about it.
You're actually a baby compared to them.
Yeah. Like, honestly, what do I have in common with someone? Okay, now
that's what I'm saying. What do you actually have in common with someone that's 5
but like
years
now,
older than
29, 5 years older than me is what? 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34 years old, that's okay. That's actually my husband.
That's actually not that bad.
That's not that bad at 29. But if I'm like 23 years old and I'm dating someone 5 years older than me, 23-year-old me could not.
But I think the idea that like the idea is that women tend to mature a lot faster than men. So that I think they're saying that it's better to date older
Yeah.
because you're basically at the same level of maturity, even though you're slightly younger.
No, I get you.
But I don't know. Do you believe in that?
I don't think so. I think I get where mature, and I feel like, are women more mature because we're responsible for more?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
more.
We suffer more. Like, especially if you had children quite young, your responsibility goes up. Of course, you're going to mature.
And on top of that, when you have children young, automatically you have to fit a mature kind of like role. You have to become mature for the sake of just the responsibility that you have.
Yeah.
It's like you can't sit in the same mindset that you were when you weren't pregnant.
Yeah.
Right?
I get you.
So it like forces you into this like other realm of maturity.
Whereas they would not experience as much.
Exactly.
So in my mind, I'm like, if I'm a baby girl and I've just met a guy that's 5 years older than me, I mean, it might work.
It might do.
But I just don't see why.
Just depends on the person, really, doesn't it?
But also, if I'm 29,
right,
and if he was like 27,
that's not too bad.
That's not too bad. But in my toxic self, I'd be like, no way.
No, he's too young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I was in that and I was in the dating scene and someone that was 27 years old approached me, I'd probably be like,
you're a baby.
Like in the back of my mind, I'll just think, bloody hell, he's younger than me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would just be a niggling thing.
Yeah.
Even though it probably means nothing.
Absolutely.
Right? But it's just the way that we've been conditioned.
Maybe we need to change. Not we, but I think maybe as a society we need to change the way we look at. Like I can see let's say two guys that are 27. One has all his shit together, but he's emotionally mature. And then there's a guy that has nothing together, but he's emotionally mature. Or like just mature in the sense that like there's something about him that says like he's got his life, he's going places, or like he's got a great sense of humor, or like he respects me and cares for me. But then that person will probably go for the older one who's,
but then we need to kind of pull back a bit and think that when someone kind of sends in a love story,
it's not everyone.
Yeah, not everyone is basically, and also they're going to write in a way where it's desirable and it's just lovey-dovey. Do you know what I mean? It can't be like
everyone.
It's
not 27. No,
that's not reality. There's dips, there's ups, there's downs. Do you know what I mean? In that year and a half that they've been together, it can't all have been sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. So I think we have to remember that when we, and it's good though that
but it's
when
like
you talk
the
about
romanticizing.
Yeah, the romanticizing. But it's good to talk about your partner in like in a positive way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll hate each other. That's the honest truth. You've got to endure if this is for a lifetime.
It's for a lifetime, so you have to literally just put positive thoughts in your head, even though he's a little shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you work through it. But yeah, no, I love love, and I love good love stories. And I think a story like this is hopeful for people who are going through something difficult right now.
Yeah.
Or they're going through divorce and you feel like, you know what, fuck, I'm never going to meet someone.
Yeah.
And for people that are in shit situations that feel like, is there anything better for me?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, sorry to cut you off, but sometimes like you're in such a dark place, or you're like experiencing such negative behavior.
Yeah. And then you start to think that this is real life.
Yeah,
there's
like
no way out.
This is all you deserve.
Yeah. It's not even all you deserve. You start to think that this behavior is just so normalized.
Yeah.
Like so scary.
I know, and then it's like
sad.
And then you completely forget the good that can come into your life.
From goodness, and all you're thinking is just, this is my life that I'm in.
And I've got to deal with it. Fight or flight.
God forbid.
So this type of story is
hopeful.
It's hopeful. It opens your eyes. This could happen for you. It can happen for any of us.
It's true. I like it.
So yeah, thank you for sending that in. I love
really
love.
Appreciate that story. Love
right.
too.
The thing with this lovely new studio is I don't know how many minutes we've been talking.
I know. So usually we can see the timer on the camera, but we've got these like really nice, high tech.
So I don't know. Is it halfway? Is it 40 minutes? I literally don't know.
Oh, there's a timer. I can see it.
What does it say?
I can't see the numbers.